On the cake almost. Icing on the cake makes it sound a lot comfortable than it actually feels. The gym closes early today. So the gym I go to is I guess 24-hour gym, except for on public days or public holidays or days revolving around public holidays. And it's 8 p.m. And it closes at 10 p.m. The public holiday in question is Canada Day, which is tomorrow. So the gym is open till 10 p.m. and then reopens at 7 a.m. But although tomorrow it seems like the weather is going to be sunny, so I plan on doing a workout outdoors. And since it is Canada Day, there might be some festivities or fireworks and stuff that might be fun to go see after I'm done working out. So probably not going to be at the gym tomorrow, but we'll do like an outdoor workout probably. In any case, since I don't have, 2 hours is still quite a bit of time, but including the time I want to spend in the sauna and take a shower and change and stuff, there's going to be some extra time that I will need outside of working out to do the things that I want to do. So on days such as this, when I'm a little pressed for time, I definitely go for the sled, because the sled is something that I can do back to back, as you guys are watching probably. So just doing straight, reverse and forward, and I'm going for approximately 10 minutes at each weight. What I mean by that is I started off with no weight on the sled and went for 10 minutes back and forth, then added a 25-pound plate, did another 10 minutes back and forth. So I'm doing reverse one way and dragging it forward the other way. So by doing this repeatedly, I get my heart rate quite high and burn a lot of calories while having a lot of volume as time goes on. So initially there is no weight, and so it gets a little easy, or it is a little easy, but as the weight increases, it taxes my body a little bit more. And also, as a result, increases my heart rate. And however, the weight goes up gradually enough to where no increase in weight feels too daunting, and I'm just able to kind of go with the flow. Like, as you can notice, this is kind of automatic. I'm able to talk, drag some weight around, moving big muscle groups of the legs, and it gets my heart rate going. So my heart rate right now is at 120. When I move forward, it seems to be more a little bit more cardiovascularly taxing than the backward movement. So let's test that out. In any case, the heart rate doesn't really matter. Well, I guess it does matter. It gives me an idea of the intensity or the perceived intensity that my body is experiencing. And yeah, so I'm keeping an eye on my watch because I'm watching for the 10-minute mark, and I think I should hit 10 minutes at the end of each set, or end of this set. And yeah, I just want to give you guys an idea of like what doing this back to back looks like and how I'm adding weight every couple of minutes or whatever, or every 10 minutes. See, like as I get tired or as this gets a little bit more exhausting, the exhaustion kind of becomes apparent in the choice of words or the lack of ability to make clear, concise sentences, or even see, I'm drawing a blank. And that's pretty much what I'm trying to explain is, as you get exhausted, some of the resources devoted to, I guess, mental clarity goes into, I guess, all the other compensations that take place when doing this thing. But yeah, gonna add a 25. Since it's the 10-minute mark, and keep going. I've done similar stuff in my earlier videos, but yeah, there's a few newer people who may have not seen this kind of like, or this facet or this kind of workout that I do. And yeah, so now there's 425s on there. I put that in at around the 33-minute mark. So I'm going to use this till the 43-minute mark. And that's kind of how I use watch too. My watch, so the couple of things that I use my watch for is to track the calories I burn, and I track my workouts the same way each time. So I know, like, if it doesn't get to 1,000 or 1,200, the level of exertion. So 1,200 is my average amount that I do per day, and so if I haven't done that, thousand, yeah, if I don't get to 1,200, I know that I may have slacked a little, because that's usually the minimum goal. On the high end, I'm going for 1,800 to 2,000 on a day that I'm really feeling aggressive. But on an average day, 1,000 to 1,200 keeps me content. So, so right now, when I'm pressed for time, I have this thought process that, okay, if I'm able to do something that gets me close to it while having a resistance element to it, so it, best bang for the buck. I get my cardio in, get a lot of volume in. My body is experiencing load with bigger muscle groups, so bigger muscle groups meaning legs, for a long amount of time. It should give me a certain amount of adaptation from like the weight training style of adaptation, but then because it's continuous movement and my heart rate's high, it gives me the cardiovascular kind of benefit too. I think cardio doesn't make you lose muscle. I think certain kinds of cardio puts you at more of a likelihood to lose muscle. What I mean by that is, if all you do is run without any weight training, then your body is trying to optimize to make you someone that can just move long distances really well. And in that case, it makes sense to make you as light as possible, so that, be it through fat or muscle or whatever, it makes sense to make you as light as possible, because then the amount of resources that it takes to just cover distance is a lot less. However, if your cardio has a resistance training element to it, then your body can't just decide to lose muscle, because who's gonna carry the weights? That's resulting in the higher heart rate. So when I do cardio, more often than not, it's using the sled, or even like when I'm working out generally, the weights that I do, like the exercises that I do, are supersets and stuff like that, which allows me to keep my heart rate high while having a resistance training element to it. But as you guys can notice, I haven't stopped moving since the video has started. So yeah, once you get pretty used to the sled, you can definitely do many sets back to back, which ends up accumulating a lot of volume and also gets your heart rate going, burns a lot of calories, which is what I'm going for at the moment. So I'm planning on doing this for I guess another 20 minutes, and then after that, I guess the workout will have a little bit more of a, like, I'm thinking about doing some kind of carries, like farmer carries and stuff like that. Some plate carries, some carries while moving the sled, and maybe some chest, arms, and abs. But it all depends on how much I can fit in while still being able to go to the sauna and things along that nature, whatever. I guess another problem of exhaustion, you forget your idioms. I'm gonna keep recording till I hit the 10-minute mark, just so that I get a full 10 minutes of sled on video while increasing the weight, so that I can give an idea, a proper unfiltered idea or uncut idea of what the workout looks like. And I genuinely think this is a really good way to get your cardio in if you have access to a sled. because moving backwards with the sled is really good for the quads and helps a lot with knee mobility and knee health, joint health. Then moving forward, my toes contact the floor first, and it's really stretching out my big toe and just all the toes in general, which is good for feet health, I guess, or foot health. Good feet then helps with good calves, and yeah. So need 1 more minute before I can turn off the video. But yeah, after I turn off the video, I'm gonna do probably another 20 minutes, and then I'll move into the second phase of the workout. I've also noticed this kind of exercises helps with my running speed. So yeah, there's that too. So yeah, I added the 25-pound plate at the 33-minute mark. Now it's the 43-minute, 10 straight minutes. I'm gonna add a 25, then do another 10 minutes, then another 25, another 10 minutes. Let's see what happens after that. You can follow me from side. Yeah. So for the next set of exercises, starting off with two-handed sled rows. As you guys can see, as time has gone on, I've gone considerably heavier. This is my fourth set of this. So after 20 more minutes of backward sled and forward sled, which was what was recorded earlier, moving into some backward or sled rows, and then going to do forward sled drags, but I'm going to hold the TRX bands instead of having the dip belt, which recruits the muscles quite a bit more differently. Still using the toes and all of that, and then moving into carries like I mentioned earlier, but doing these plate carries. So this is quite taxing, by the way. So I have 5 plates and I'm carrying them back and forth. So yeah, 225 pounds, carrying it back and forth, especially after this. Really super strenuous. My heart rate's it's not even calculating it right. But yeah, Uh, this was my fourth set. I'm gonna do one more, but that'll be a deload. This was my top set. But yeah, on to the next one. It's 9:30 right now, and there isn't a whole lot of time to go to the sauna, so I probably will skip the sauna today. However, I'm gonna move into some abs. So for abs, doing these offset loaded sit-ups on the GHD. So I'm going to have a plate behind me and sit back down and come up. The offset load forces. Oh, you're good. The offset load forces the abs on one side to work harder. Targeting the obliques a lot more. Going to go for 8 each side. Switching sides after 8. Oh, it's really brutal on the abs. Especially all the movements that I was doing with the sled and stuff recruits the core a lot. And so this is just like the icing on the cake almost. Oh, icing on the cake makes it sound a lot comfortable than it actually feels. Oh. Gonna do 3 sets of that, and then on to one more thing. So finishing off with some QL raises. So QL stands for Quadratus Lumborum, which are muscles that run along the side. You can also target them with side bends and stuff. I just find this a little bit more taxing, and I guess since it's all body weight, there's some calisthenic pros to that, I guess. I don't know, I'm just making stuff up. Both of those movements target the Quadratus Lumborum. I just think this targets it a little bit more, but I could be wrong. It could be very individualistic. In any case, facing one side on the back extension machine, I'm going to keep one hand over my head, or this hand over my head, lean all the way down, and come up. Going for 10 each side. I don't think I'll be hitting the sauna today. It's only 20 minutes to close. So, yeah. Excuse me? Can you move that a little to... as long as I'm still in frame. Thanks. So... So yeah, I'm gonna do 3 sets of this, and that'll be it for today's workout. That's all for today's video. See you all tomorrow.